What does success look like? For many, success is defined by worldly measures, wealth, status, accomplishments, right? But as Christians, you and I both know that success is something much deeper than that. True success looks like this: faithfully walking in God's will. Now, each word in that phrase holds significant value, okay? So let's break it down. Faithfully, right? Faithfulness means consistency. It means trust. Trusting God every step of the way. Now, it's not about perfection, but it's about showing up every day with a heart committed to God. It means that we trust Him even when life is challenging. Life is uncertain, right? This should be easy because God has never, in all of history, given us a reason not to trust Him. He has been so faithful to us, and therefore we need to be faithful to Him. So faithfully and then walking. There is something about walking, is there not? It implies action and movement. It isn't just a one-time decision, but it's a journey. Step by step, day by day, we need to grow closer to God. We're not running so we don't miss anything, right? Picture Moses, right, with the Israelites. What if they ran while Moses walked? They wouldn't be letting their designated leader lead, and they'd end up lost. Let Jesus be the leader of your life and slow down and follow Him. So faithfully walking in. The word in here is small, but it is powerful. To walk in God's will is to submit, to surrender, and to align our lives with His purpose. To live in God's will means to center your life around Him. You're not outside of God's will. You're not above God's will, but you are in God's will. Jesus said, "Remain in me as I also remain in you." I tell you what, the last place I want to be is caught outside of God's will. Faithfully walking in God's. Okay, that's the key. It's God's will that we're following, not our own, right? Not our boss, not our parents, not our spouse, not our Facebook friends, definitely not them. It's God's will that we need to be following. Why? Because He is sovereign. He is all-powerful. He's wise and loving. And we must recognize that His ways are higher and better than our own. Faithfully walking in God's will. Finally, God's will is His perfect plan and purpose for our lives. He knows us better than anyone, better than we even know ourselves. Now, it's not always easy, but it is always good. God indeed has a plan and a purpose for your life. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." You are not just another one of God's creations. You matter to Him. He has a plan for you. You are special to Him. Old and young, shy and outgoing, He has a plan for your life. So how do we faithfully walk in God's will? What steps can we take to live in this kind of success? Well, step number 1, you need to be familiar with His voice. This comes from spending time reading Scripture, to know His character, and to be able to recognize His voice. Familiarity with the Bible ensures that we do not confuse His voice with others. Step 2, be available to His voice. This comes through prayer. All right? Prayer keeps our heart open to God's guidance, to ask Him to lead us and to make space for Him to speak in your life. Approaching Him regularly shows your willingness to hear His voice. Step 3, be able to discern His voice. This can be mighty helpful with some godly counsel. Surround yourself with wise and mature Christians who can help you understand God's will and not deceive you. Right? Finding godly counsel in our church family or in your small group is absolutely game-changing. It's great to have some people in your corner who are praying for you. Step 4, be obedient to his voice. When God speaks, act. Faithful walking requires action. Obedience demonstrates trust in him and often involves sharing what he has revealed to you. So be bold in sharing his love through your words and your actions. And step 5, be thankful for his voice. Worship him because it is a privilege of having a relationship where he speaks in your life. Praise and gratitude helps us to stay humble and connected to him. Now, overall, true success isn't about what we achieve, but it's about who we follow. Are you faithfully walking in God's will today? Take these steps, trust his plan, and know that he will guide you toward the success that truly matters. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and let's faithfully walk in God's will together.